Hi guys, it's your girl Mel and Keisha here, and we're back with another eat and chat with you guys. On today's menu, we have, oh, I'm sorry, today's meal, we have a salad. We have some, basically lettuce, tomato, onion, and some ham and turkey cut up, and some black olives.
I have avocado also.
Yeah, she has avocado. I'm not really an avocado fan. We also have some black pepper and some ranch dressing.
No, no,
Also,
no. Buttermilk ranch
buttermilk
dressing.
ranch dressing.
See, okay.
And as y'all always know, we got our waters on deck. All right. All right. Let's get to it. God is good. God is great. Thank you for the meal we're about to receive. Bless your holy name. Bless the prepares of the meal. Amen.
Amen.
We put some
Oh, y'all eating salad?
peppers on there.
Because I was all over the board.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what I wanted to cook tonight.
Exactly. We were really, really hungry.
So I just said, Keisha,
and let's just eat the salad.
let's just eat a salad. And so that's what we're doing. We went to Subway earlier today, so got our call for the day out the way.
Yeah.
And this is all I really felt like. No, it's not. But everything I was thinking about cooking took some time. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to wait that long.
And everything I was thinking about cooking was wrong. It was wrong. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. It was wrong. It was wrong, people. Before we start this video, remember, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll always be notified when we upload. Also, I want to give a shout out to Prissy P because she's inspiring me to do this 30-day challenge. It's the high protein, low to no carb diet challenge. So, I mean, we already doing it, but I mean, I want, I just want to see, because I ain't gonna lie, I mess up from time to time because I'm human, but, I just want to see, what it's gonna do for me for, for these 30 days. So, I'm at my 3053. I'm still there. I haven't checked my weight or anything, so I really don't know where I am. So,
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put the dressing on before I showed y'all.
Okay.
Because now I done covered up my avocados and
see,
things.
that's my own.
But you see my tomatoes. I was pissed off that when I looked in the refrigerator, I didn't have no cucumber.
Yeah.
But I'll be all right. We're going to get some in the morning. You know, back in the day, when our kids were younger, matter of fact, it was when I can't even say just when we were living in Austin, because even after we moved to Dallas, what I used to do was before every meal we would have a salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I stopped doing that. I serving in courses and shit. First we'll eat the salad, then we'll eat like, I guess the main course. I even used to do dessert. Not often though. We never really were dessert people. If we wanted a piece of cake, we just ate a piece of cake. It wasn't served at dinner. Scrappy really going off in this damn condom.
So what are you guys eating tonight? Let us know. As always, let us know. Oh, I have crispy onions. Where are they? My crispy onions.
One of our subscribers said they could never make avocado taste good enough to eat it. Try sprinkling a little salt and pepper on them.
That makes it taste better?
Yes, it does. No, I got salad dressing on it now, so I can't prove that to you that the salt and pepper just makes it taste better. But it does.
Just the onions. You want some?
Mm-mm. See these big thick pieces? I try to cut them all out my salad. These big thick white pieces, I don't care for them. I don't know why. I just don't.
Give me
Man, this shit ain't trying to get on my fork.
the salad dressing. I barely put anything on now.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm saying because normally your salads be swimming in. There you go.
No, he ain't swimming. He ain't swimming because I ain't put that much again on now, but I'm just saying it was not well put on here. It really wasn't. So what we gonna talk about today, baby?
I did a couple of videos on my channel, Mel Baby, with my sons. And when my oldest son coming this weekend, we're gonna do a video with him too. I'm kind of afraid. I don't know what he gonna say.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be tearful like the brothers.
It might. Then again, it might. It might be.
No, I don't think so.
So after he told me that he was upset because they did theirs without him, I'm like, really, dude? You at work? He's like, but I'm off now. I said, well, when you come for the weekend, we'll let you just upload yours. He's like, all right.
Ain't that a bitch? And ain't nobody saying nothing.
He said he won't do it on Dad's channel phone. Okay. So be looking for that one as well on Melby.
Something happened to my picture. Guess I'm gonna have to take another one. Man. I went to the doctor today. And we got out sooner than I thought.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, I was supposed to see 2 people, but I only ended up seeing 1. So that was good. But they made my a referral to my other doctor. So I don't know. But they ain't have to do no aspiration, so I was glad. One day I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm talking about in detail. But today, not today.
We should add them cups.
Oh yeah. Nope, not today. Yeah, you're right. Should we tell y'all about what drew us closer? Should we tell them about that?
Yeah, we could.
Okay, well, after being locked in the house and after Mother's Day and things like that. Well, let me put a little groundwork to it.
Yes,
Not too long after I met Keisha, I met her mother. And what? It had been about a year since her sister passed, and after her sister passed, her mama just went downhill.
Yeah.
As far as her health, you know, everything was hurting her. She lost an extreme amount of weight, and she just stayed in pain a lot.
Yeah.
So, but me and Lena had some good times, and I can honestly say Lena understood me. I'm saying that, but Lena was trying to get me on the
She
slick.
sure was. My mama actually told me, she said, "You lucky you got her before me." I'm like, "What? Girl, go ahead with that BS." But yeah, she did. But you know, she was actually happy for me. You know, and I was surprised because me and my mama didn't have the best relationship, and a lot of people was like, when my mama got real sick, like Mel said, when she lost exuberant amount of weight, my mama weighed 66 pounds towards the end. I could actually
Nah,
pick my mom up and carry her,
she was like
and I did.
85 pounds.
Mm-mm. That's how she was before she started going down. When my mama died, she was 66 pounds.
Damn.
And I used to carry my mama. I used to sit on the sofa and hug my mama and rock her and just sing with her. We both would actually sing. That's why I get my voice from people, my mama. And we would actually sing. I had people that actually tell me that, girl, you crazy. Your mama told you. Why would you be doing that? Regardless, that was my mama. Still, I wasn't gonna watch my mama just fall like that. I wasn't gonna watch my mama just go like that. And I prayed to God and I asked God to give me time with my mama, you know, like the way my sister and brothers had. And mind you, I didn't get it like that. I got it by taking care of my mama, and I did. I took care of my mama. I mean,
You going too far, bro.
what? I'm talking about taking care of her. I ain't talking about the other stuff yet. I ain't
You
even went there
already
yet.
said when she died.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
She going too far.
But yeah, I did. I took care of my mom. That, you know, like I said, we didn't have the best of relationship, but that was my mama, straight up, regardless. You know, and I mean, I got what I asked for. Just wasn't in the package that I wanted it to be. Now you go and tell your part.
What part?
Where's your mom? Her mama.
My mama was always there for me. When
You know I love my mom.
even as an adult, always. And an example is I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida with a broad. We really was supposed to just be visiting, but it ended up we got stuck there some kind of fucking way. And my mama sent me the bus ticket and she gave me money to whereas I ain't gonna say I couldn't enjoy myself, but that I wouldn't be penniless or however till I got home. And that was a long bus ride. I left at midnight and I didn't get to New Orleans till like 5, 6 o'clock the next day. And on top of that, them bitches lost my shit.
Damn.
And my mama had been sick. My mama was sick, but you know, I ain't think nothing of it. Cause my mama had been sick most of my life. You know, she was a type 2 diabetic. She had carpal tunnel bag and something else she had. But what I didn't know was that my mother was suffering with her liver. She had been suffering with her liver for years, and I never even knew. I didn't know till it was too late. Maybe March, I can't even say March of that year. March of 2003, she was like, well, I need y'all to give me a piece of y'all liver. I was like, what you talking about? She said, my liver is that badly damaged that I need a piece of someone's liver so that I can go on, so that I can have a better life. And I was like, okay. But all three of my mama children, none of us could help her with that because all three of us drank, all three of us smoked, all three of us, there was something else. All three of us were overweight. Well, not my sister, but we never even got tested. And the medication that would have helped her, the pill was $5,000. And she was like, I know you. No, don't do nothing like that to give me the money to get the pill. But I was like, it's worth it.
It's you. It's you.
It's.
Come on.
And she was like, no. So the next year, after I met Keisha and whatnot, I didn't know my mama was on a liver transplant list. But like maybe in May, she told me she was coming up to the top of the liver transplant list. And I was like, that's good. You gonna go ahead on and do it? She said, I don't know because I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of hurting. I was like, don't think of it like that. We still here. And as you know, I had broke up with the other bro and I had moved back with my mama. Then I met Keisha. And me and Keisha would go see my mom and whatnot. Really, I'm lying because it took me a while to bring Keisha to my mama's house because I wasn't really trying to be in another relationship.
She wasn't sure. If it wouldn't work out.
So we went, let me see. My mama went in the hospital in May. And I went to go visit her and whatever. And my mama hurt my feelings. She hurt my feelings real bad. So whereas I was like, oh, it's like that, okay. And cause she was like, she needed help. In the hospital bed, you tend to slip down, and she needed help being set back up. And I was helping her, and she just went off on me. Fuck, what the fuck you doing all that shit for, bitch? You trying to kill me? I'ma die soon enough. You trying to get the little money that I'm gonna be leaving you? Yeah, she went off on me. She told me all that and hurt my feelings real bad. And so I instead of getting closer to her, I got mad. Well, no, I didn't get mad. Like I said, my feelings was hurt. So I still would go by my mom and whatnot. But after she told me that, I was like, God damn. And so in June, she went into the hospital again. I don't know what she went for, but my mom was like, well, I know you don't like hospitals because I used to stay in the hospital with her. And she told me, she said, well, I know you don't like hospitals, so I'm going to give you a pass on come and stay up here with me. And I was like, all right. She said, just make sure when I get home, you there so you could cook for me. I was like, oh, man, you got that shit. And she was like, all right, then. And we would talk, but it had got to where my brother was her power of attorney. And he had it to where only he could talk to her. That's how he had the nursing staff. He tried to block out my daddy, but he couldn't do that because that was her spouse. But he did that to me and my sister. One night, me and Keisha, we had just went shopping and shit. And we went by Lene, and I was like, hey, Lene, how you doing? And we was talking. I said, I don't know, something telling me go see your mama. I said, I'm going to go see my mama in the morning. And when we was leaving, going home, because that night, Lena decided to spend the night at home. Because normally she would stay with us. But that night, Lena decided to spend the night at home. And as we were leaving Lena's house, all of a sudden I just started choking so fucking bad to where I had to pull over. And I choked for like 5 fucking minutes. My eyes was running and everything. I was even spitting shit up. I said, man, I'm going to see my mom. I said, I want to go see her right now. And Keisha was like, well, you know, it's after visiting hours, and you know they're not really going to let you up there like that. So I called up there. She wasn't in the room that she was in. They had done moved her, and they wasn't telling me anything because of my brother. And so I said, man, fuck that shit. I'm going to be up there in the morning. Well, when I woke up in the morning, I don't know, one of my cousins was calling. And for one of my cousins to call me by Keisha house,
yeah, it was really
I was like, y'all bitches, something ain't right. They was like, well, you need to come see your mama, and we gonna send Stephanie to come pick you up. Now, Stephanie was my cousin. She was my mother's first cousin. She also was a former nun. And for them to send Stephanie, I was like, no, fuck that. Something ain't right. Well, when we got to the hospital, I was like, no, look, I could drive myself. I'll be up there in a minute. They was like, no, Stephanie gonna come get you. So Stephanie come get me, and I'm like, well, why you can't get me? I said, I could drive myself. I got my own car and shit. And they was like, oh, no reason. We just maybe thought this might be better or whatever. I said, damn, my mama did. Keisha was like, don't say that. I said, no, my mama did. And so we get to the hospital. Cousins I ain't seen in fucking years was up there. I said, see, Keisha, I told you my mama did. And we go in the room. Sure enough, my mama had passed. When I started choking that night, the night before, my right-handed guard, it was the same. That's how my mama died. She died of asphyxiation because she started choking. And the way they had her laying in the bed, she couldn't express it. She couldn't get it out. And so she ended up choking on it at about the same time that I started choking. And the night before. So we up in there. I never expected my mama to go like that or at that time. I was only 27. My sister was overseas. No, she wasn't in the military. She was in college. And my brother, that's why I left my mama house. Because me and my brother kept getting into it about her care and how he was treating her. And he took advantage of her disability. Because what it was that because of her liver, she would be, how can I say this? It's like she'd be out of it. Because when she died, she didn't have diabetes anymore. She had lost that much weight to where her diabetes went away. And but her levels in something, because of her liver, it would make her like lightheaded and forgetful and just out of it. And my brother took advantage of that. And while we sitting up there in the hospital room, and they're like, well, go ahead, her body's still in there. We didn't want to take it out of there until you got there. We didn't want them to take it. And so you could go see your mama. And I'm like, is y'all bitches serious? I was like, okay then. And we in there and we say our little prayers and I say my little goodbyes. And you know the next thing that happened, shit, even while I'm saying my goodbyes to my mama, my cousins started being vultures and fighting over what little shit she did have in the hospital. I was like, this shit is fucking ridiculous. And then they fucked me off because they wouldn't let me drive myself. So I couldn't just leave. And so my other cousins and shit like that, once we got back, I had to catch a ride. Stephanie came got me, but she left me high and dry at the hospital. So I caught a ride back to my mama house with one of my other cousins. And a couple of them, they all came with us. And shit, my mama wasn't dead 12 hours and they fighting over what shit they wanted of hers. And I was like, man, this is just too fucking pathetic. So I was like, man, y'all could have just let me go head on and go my bitch ass back home and deal with this shit on my own. And when I say I've been through hurts that I have never ever thought I'd feel in my lifetime, and fuck a troll ain't no comparison. You can't fuck with me.
No.
Because that tore through my soul. And then, so we waited a week to bury my mother because my sister was in Thailand. And that's like the soonest she could get back. And when I said the other day that I didn't fuck with the other the other broad like that because I knew the bitch wasn't worth it like that. That was part of what I meant. Because my mama helped that trash. And that whole, I don't even believe for a bitch who was trying to fuck with me, it wasn't the condolences that she should have gave. And so we buried my mama. Well, no, we didn't bury her. We had while we waiting on my sister to come back, I helped my daddy pick out. Well, they already knew. That's how I should have. Something should have just clicked in my head a long time ago, because my parents already planned what outfits and everything that they were gonna be buried in. Yeah, and we sat down and we talked about it. I should have. Something should have clicked in my head that something was really going on, and but it didn't. So I went back, during the week waiting on my sister to come. Me, my mom, me and my brother. Well, my brother didn't help. I helped my daddy find the outfit that my mama wanted to be buried in. She wanted to be buried, both of them wanted to be buried in their 25th wedding anniversary outfits. And they had these little African outfits with their hats and everything. And so I went and helped my daddy find it. And like, I didn't know how to deal with that with my daddy, because he had been with my mama for like 30 plus years. And I know I was hurt, but he was worse than me.
Yeah.
And like before my sister came, me, him, and my brother went down to view the body. And I'm not saying I wasn't still crying, but when I saw my mom in that casket, good Lord.
I didn't want to see that. Lord.
Then we had the night my sister came in. She came in the night before the funeral. You know what we did? I'm good. I kid you not. Before my sister went to Thailand, me and my brother had been weed heads at that time. My mama died like, shit, I had been smoking for 8 years before my mama died. And when my sister came, me and my brother always was like, come on, you want to hit this with us? And, oh, fuck no, I don't do that shit. Y'all stupid and all that shit. Well, that motherfucker came back from Thailand and that motherfucker went, I know y'all got it. What you talking about, bitch? Oh, you don't do none of the shit we do. I drink? Yeah, okay. She was like, well, I smoke now. I went, oh, all right then. We went to the store. No, we didn't even have to go to the store. My daddy had papers at the house. And no, that's not how I started smoking. I'm gonna tell you that story one day too. Um, we got us like maybe a quarter ounce. We went to the store. We got us a half a gallon of fucking scotch. And because we had to write, everybody was like, oh, write something, write this, write that about your mom and whatever, whatever. And so we had to stay up to write that. But we didn't go to sleep the whole night before my mama was buried. Even though we were dog tired, we still didn't go to sleep the next night. We didn't go to sleep till like maybe Saturday evening. Because on top of that, my mother was being cremated. So we were still up in the air and shit like that. Matter of fact, wait, I'm going too far. When we was at the house, right after my mama died, and I called Keisha's grandmother, and I was like, yeah, I told you, she gone. And that told through her grandma. Because we were sitting up there, we were planning to do a dinner. We were planning to take them out to dinner. My mother, her grandmother, and her mama, to get them all together. And my mama had died. So they even though they had a relationship over the phone, they never got to meet in person. So that tore her grandmother up, even her mama. So like I said, my mother was cremated, and after the funeral and stuff, and I go back by Keisha. We go back home because I had stayed by my mama house for a few days after my sister came in, and well, no, shit. On the way to the funeral, wait, the whole night before the funeral, we knew my daddy wasn't paying no attention. He was out of there like that. Normally, when we smoke, we would go outside, respect. Even though he had papers, he had to be doing something with them motherfuckers. Uh, but we would go outside and smoke. And that night, no, we sat at the kitchen table, cut the fan on, and opened the back door. And that half a gallon of scotch we finished it on the way to the funeral. We were riding in the limo. We brought our own drinks. And we all, even my daddy, we all took a shot in the limo. It was like, we got our game faces on. Let's go in there and do this.
Nothing like that at a funeral. I
Look,
believe people
we Catholics.
Say stuff like that.
We don't be with all that. We Catholics. We don't be with all that crying and I won't go with you. We not with all that.
I don't do that.
Take me too. We don't do all that.
Well, I'm a Baptist. We scream out. We scream. We scream.
No,
we scream.
we don't do all that. So I was so fucked up. There's only a few people that I remember at my mama's funeral. I know my Uncle Junebug was there. That's my dad's brother. I know Uncle Chuck was there. Um, I know my cousin Michael was there. My godmother. Oh, that was somebody I didn't want to have to tell that to. Because my godmother had just had a little grandbaby. And her and my mama, even though they didn't see each other, they still talked on the phone. And my mama, right before my mama went in the hospital, she said, "Oh, I talked to your nanny, and your nanny said she gonna bring her grandbaby over here to see me." Lord, the scream that woman gave when I told her my mama was dead.
You're probably still here to them.
Yeah. She was like, "Look, listen. Yeah, I kind of gave y'all a piece of what my name is." She was like, "I got to go. I can't talk no more." I know she was there. Matter of fact, she was wearing the outfit that she wore for their 25th wedding anniversary. What kind of shit? Y'all bitches had plans all along and ain't tell nobody nothing.
Sometimes it's hardest to tell your children.
I know my cousin Kathy was there, my cousin Deborah. I was out of it. I know Uncle Chuck was there because me and him was out there barbecuing and smoking joints. And
Oh, your daddy brothers was there. I saw all of them.
you saw Gabby?
I saw all of them.
Well,
All of them
I'm
was
telling
there.
you, I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
know.
see
Yeah,
all
you were
these
out
people.
of it, but I seen all of them. All of them was there.
And we after that was her leaving my mama in that casket in that church and going party, cause that's all a repast is.
Yeah.
Is a party after the death, and because they were taking her body from there to go be cremated. They said it would take a week to have her cremated, so you know we ain't have no choice but to wait. And it's like a number of us were waiting for closure,
Yeah.
the closure of her ashes coming back home.
Yeah.
Um, and they didn't send my mama ashes in the week that they said. They didn't even send it in a month. It took them something like 3 whole months to send my mama remains back. But in the meantime, you wanna go?
My mama.
Or you want me to tell it?
You can tell it. Cause this is.
We buried my mama on a Saturday. The Wednesday after we buried my mama, Keisha mama died.
Yep.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
The Wednesday after we buried my mama, Keisha mama died.
Yeah. We lost our mamas in the same month. Yeah.
And we knew Lena was sick, but we didn't know Lena was sick like that. And we had brought her to the hospital once before, but she didn't stay long. She came back, just like my mama always did. Mm-hmm. But this day, I don't know what it was, but Lena died at home.
Yeah. My grandma said, "Keisha, get up. You got to take your mama to the hospital." I said, "What's wrong?" She's like, "She don't look good." And I'm like, I said, "Mama, come on, get up. Let me take you to the hospital." She's like, "No, baby, lay here with me. Lay here with me." And that was the first time my mama told me before me and her went to sleep. She was like, "The reason that I didn't keep you and gave you to your grandmother was because I couldn't deal with the fact that your dad said that, he wasn't the daddy of you, and I couldn't deal. But I still loved you. I've always loved you. I just couldn't deal with the fact that he said something like that. And like I told him, I'm like, Mama, don't even worry about that. None of it don't even matter. She was like, go to sleep with me. I put my arms around my mama, and we went to sleep. When we got up, my mama, matter of fact, let me bring you back a little bit. Before my mama got to that point, we me and my mama we actually went to a botanical, just you get that little money blessing stuff and everything. And this woman told my mama that my sister was on it. Now my sister had died the year before, and my mama told her she didn't know whether she was dead or alive or whatever. She wanted her to go with her, whatever. My mom was like, "Excuse me, but she told us some things, that it kind of freaked out. When my mama got home, she was like, cause she was at our house. When she got home, she was like, she was like, why is she doing me this, Keisha? Please rub my back. And I used to have to rub my mama back like this, like not hard, but just rub her back like that because the pain would be just so bad on her that you just needed to rub her back. My mama was so small, I actually was putting a size 5 pamper on my mama. I mean, she
Her and
had got
Curtis was
bad.
sharing
Yeah, her
diapers.
and Curtis was sharing diapers. It was that bad, and it just it just looked like it kept getting worse and
Keep in
worse.
mind now, Curtis is 2.
My mama was like, uh, they was trying to give her medicine, and when I tell you, my mama spit that medicine across the room into my grandma's hands. I had never seen nothing like that before in my life. But she was like, no medicine, leave me be. And that was the day before my grandmother came and woke me up. Now, when I got up from that morning with my mama, sleeping with her and everything, my mama was cold. You okay? My mama was cold, but she wasn't icy cold, but she was cold. And I kept saying, "Come on, mama." And but this day, I could not pick my mama up for nothing. I couldn't pick up or nothing. And my son Dwayne was like, "Mama, she gone." I'm like, "Don't say that, baby." He said, "Uh-huh. She with Auntie Ray. They right there on the end of the bed." Now, mind you, I'm scary, so don't tell me nothing like that. But I couldn't pick up. I said, "Mel, come help me." Mel had to help me. Mel was like, "She gone. Your mama gone. Your mama dead." I'm like, "No, no, she ain't dead." And when the ambulance came to take out the house, I got in the front of the ambulance, and I'm not gonna lie, I heard a flat line when they put the stuff on my mama. Then, I started hearing beep beep, the beeping sound, and my auntie was like, "Is she all right?" And when I heard the beeping sound, I'm like, "She all right, she all right." And my auntie came up to the ambulance, and she was like, "Keisha, she really all right?" I said, "I don't think so, and I think she did." She said, "You know what? I'm just gonna tell. I'm just gonna tell my mama that she all right." Because my grandma was like, she was like, "She all right? Yeah, she all right, Keisha." I'm like, "Yeah." My auntie turned around. She was like, "Yeah, mama, she all right. They got a pulse. It was just faint, but she all right." When we got to the got to the hospital, they just kept us in the waiting room. Looked like 5 hours. Then came out, and basically
Oh, she's
we was
stabilized.
gone.
We
Yeah,
Cause
she
remember
stayed.
they put
Yeah,
her in a room.
yeah, she was. They
She
said
was
she was
dead though.
stabilized. Yeah, we know
They just
she was
wanted that
dead.
money. She was
Exactly.
dead.
But you know, me and Mel left. I don't know where we went. I think we went about her cousin or something like that. But we left because I don't know. I think I needed to get some air or something. But we left. When I came back, my auntie said she gone. I'm like, are you serious? I need to go up there and see my mama. She ain't gone without me. You know, I went up there and I went to talking to my mama ear. They had my mama like, the beds are straight, but they had my mama head like slanted down, like with her feet up. My mama head had swollen up. Her head swole like the size of a honeydew melon. And my mama was a small person, so how the hell her head that big? You know. So, but it didn't matter. I'm sitting in there, I'm talking to my mom in her ear. I don't know. I think I was losing my mind. I'm sitting there, I'm like, you're not gone. You're not gone. Won't you open your eyes? Won't you stop lying to these people telling them you're gone? I was saying so much shit. It was, I was just so hurtful. It was so hurtful. I mean, I was so hurt. Now I raised my mama on up and went down. You know, and somebody came in the room. I'm like, y'all just leave for a while. I just need to be in here with my mom. And I'm like, Mama, you left me before I could have time with you. And like I'm talking to y'all now, it was like it came to me just like this. I gave you the time you asked for. It just didn't come the way you wanted it. But I gave it to you. Just like that. And I felt a little calmer about it. But I
No,
wasn't
she
that
did.
calm. I wasn't that calm because I tried to go with my mom. I tried to go with my mom. And if it wouldn't have been for Mel, I think my mama would have been in heaven. I would have been in hell because I actually tried to,
Play football with the
yeah,
traffic.
yeah, I tried to run into traffic. I
And
tried
ain't
to
none
kill
of her
myself.
fucking family was trying to help me keep out the damn street.
No, there wasn't. But but Mel was strong enough. She was able to get me out the street. I was sitting in the middle of the street waiting for a car to come knock me off. I was that hurt. I could not believe that my mama was gone. I mean, I'm like, I'm just being able to be with my mama. I was going to her doctor's appointments with her and everything. And now she just gone like that. And I'm like,
We ain't
my
finished though.
sister, I'm like, you just came got mama because my mama died on my sister's birthday. And my best friend baby was born on that day. Mel mama died on my mama's birthday. And you know, I'm like, that's not no damn coincidence. I mean, there ain't no coincidence.
But hold up.
Go ahead.
Before we get a chance to bury her mama, her grandmother has a massive stroke.
2 days later. Yeah, 2 days later. Then my grandma was sitting on her bed, and she found my mama's handkerchief that she would put
Her
on her
head
head. Her
rest.
head rag she put on her head. It was under her pillow because she used to sleep in my grandmother's bed, and she smelled it. She was like, "I don't understand, Keisha, why she left like that." I said, "Grandma, I don't even know. I don't know." I said, "And it's really killing me." She said, "You just think what it's doing to me." I said, "I know." I got up. I said, "Grandma, I'm about to go put the cartoons on for the kids in the room." I went in. I wasn't in that room a good 2 minutes. My cousin was like, Keisha, come in here. Something wrong with grandma. My grandma. She like doing like this, and it's like the side of her body is just limping. So I called the ambulance. I called my uncle. But before that, my uncle
Really hurt
had
her.
really hurt my grandma's feelings about a damn cold drink. About a cold drink. My grandma, she went in the hospital, and she
You good?
yeah,
You sure?
she was.
Okay, maybe she needs to stop. Her
No, but
grandmother went in the hospital in July, and she never came out. But she didn't come out like you think. They moved her to several hospitals.
Yeah.
A couple. Because first she was at Charity. Then they moved her to a hospital in the east somewhere. And we used to go see her grandmother.
Yeah.
even though she didn't talk or however, and they talking about you talking to her, but she would hear us.
You know, my
She would
grandmother
respond.
understood us. She
And
understood.
I'm gonna tell you how I knew she was listening and responding.
Hmm.
Because we went to go see her October the 1st. And we was talking and
Uh, no,
yes it was.
it sure was. It was the same day. Yeah, it was the
No,
same day.
no, it wasn't October 1st.
It had to
It
be.
had to be September the 30th. We went to see her
Okay.
September the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking to her and whatnot. And every time we would go see her grandmother, whenever I would talk to her grandmother, she'll just sit there and she'll look at me. And I'd be like, "What, grandma? What you want?" And one time I was like, "I know what you want." No, my mom ain't came home yet. And then she roll her eyes and she'll turn her head. Well,
She
this
wanted
day,
to know. She wanted to know.
the day that my mama Ashes came home, I went over there to tell her.
Yeah.
My mama finally made it back
That
home.
was September 30th.
And so when we went up there September 30th to talk to her, she once she hear me start talking, she'll turn and look at me. And I talked to her. But this day I was like, yeah, she made it back home, grandma. Because before she had her stroke and before Lena died, we'll sit out there. You know, it was 3 days. You know, Lena died like maybe 4 or 5 days after my mama was laid down, or however you want to look at it. The viewing. It was a church service and all that, but it basically was a viewing. There was no graveyard or anything. And me and we'll get up. She'll ask me. She said, "Your mama made it back home." Because, like I said, the people said it would only be 3 days. It wasn't 3 days, though. And she'll ask me, "Your mama made it back home?" And I'd be like, "No, she ain't make it back home yet." So, this particular day, it was like the day that they brought her remains back. My daddy called me. He said, "Your mama back home." I was like, "All right." So, we went up there to go see her grandma. And this day, when she turned and turned and looked at me, I said, "I know what you want to know." She made it back home.
The tear came out her eye.
Yeah, a tear came out her eyes. She closed her eyes.
I swear it looked like she smiled.
And she turned her head.
Mm-hmm.
So we was like, well, you know, it's getting late. We got to put these kids to bed. We got to give them beds. They got school tomorrow. Well, no, it was the summertime. Yeah. But we had them on a schedule. And we normally put them to bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we was like, well, we've been up here long enough, you know. We have to put the kids to bed, and we'll be back tomorrow to come see you. Tomorrow never came. No. Because visiting hours started at 5 over there. So we went to go pick up Keisha daddy so he could go with us to go visit her grandma, because we had talked to him. Matter of fact, no, we wasn't living with him. We wasn't living with him. We went to go get him to bring him with us to go see her grandma. And as we pulling up, her uncle pulling up too. And we, "Oh, hey, Uncle Bob." Keisha was, "Hey, Uncle Bob." And we came to get my daddy because we about to go see grandma.
And my uncle had this look on his face that he always have anytime anybody dies in our family, like a little boy, like he done lost his best friend. That's when you know something is wrong. Because he never has that look on his face unless somebody's died. And he was like, "You can't go." I'm like, "Why you say that?" He's like,
"Nobody ain't tell y'all."
Nobody said nothing to you. I'm like, "What you mean?
What the fuck you talking about?"
Like,
it's 5 o'clock in the evening now. Keep like, that in mind.
Grandma died this morning. This morning. I lived with my grandmother all my life. All my life. And I found out after 5 o'clock that my grandmother died at
11.
9. No, 9.
Damn.
9 in the morning. 9 something in the morning. And when I asked why nobody told me, you know what I was told? I was told We didn't have time to call you. Are you serious? Oh, y'all motherfuckers left. I was still there. Nobody had time to call me. Really? Are y'all serious? Nobody had time to call me and tell me that my life was gone. I know who God is, but I felt like God sent my grandmother down to be my earthly God. Because that woman loved me unconditionally. But nobody, they ain't have time to call me. Really. Yeah.
Nah. No, I'm gonna save that story for another time. But we're not finished.
We're not finished. We're gonna have to have a part 2 probably.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, yeah, we can make it a part 2.
Make a part 2.
We'll make it a part 2. So now you done seen us cry. I don't like people to see me cry.
Yeah. I don't. The only person I don't care that sees me cry is Mel and the boys. That's it. I don't cry in front of everybody. You know.
So you got one.
You know, and I think in part 2 I'll tell you what happened at their funerals, my mother and my grandmother.
Okay.
In part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you finished?
Yeah.
Cause if I let her go, she gonna talk and give it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll tell you this tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna tell you tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
We'll tell you tomorrow. The conclusion, part 2.
Yeah.
To our grief.
And what drew us closer.
Okay, well, till tomorrow, y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
We love you guys.
I do.
I
love you all
of you guys.
Because
new, old.
I never imagined this would ever be
anything. Exactly.
You know, I just thought we was gonna be 2 motherfuckers sitting up here eating some shit.
Yeah.
And we'll never have no subscribers.
Yeah, no subscribers.
I never thought this would grow to be what it is.
And we appreciate you guys for that.
Yes.
Straight up. Y'all don't know how much we really appreciate you guys for that. For real. For real. From the bottom of our hearts. We thank you. We love you guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Later.